All right, so check that out. We've got our custom colored drone. I can't change the green highlights. And we've got our custom colored enforcer. I think we're ready to explore, guys. And today's video is going to be about exploring this city. What is going on, geeks? Oh, you know what? I forgot, that's not how I've started videos lately. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ark Extinction, the latest DLC. I am UniteTheClans, your geeky host, and today we are on, as usual, the Geeks servers. This is my Patreon community. You will have noticed no YouTube ad to start this video. Screw it. I would rather talk about more important things. If you need a server for this game or any other game you love, link in the description for G-Portal. They sponsor me and this amazing community. I owe them a lot, and I think they're the best in the business at servers, so go check them out. And if you want to join us here, you can become a patron, and instead of you having to watch YouTube ads throughout this video, don't worry about it. We don't need them. We're going to instead, I'll mention that, and we'll continue with our adventures, and I won't blab again until the end of the video. So what is today's video about? I've got a plan. Have you seen this beauty before? This is a Velonasaur. It was a gift, so I don't have any taming to show you. We may go tame one in the future, but they are delightful. They are a very cool creature. If you haven't seen them, if you haven't been taming your extinction dinos yet, or you're waiting, this is it. It's got a turret mode. Fantastic. It is a walking machine gun. I've just taken them, one of them, to the corrupted areas, to the wasteland, and gotten myself a F-ton of corrupted noodles. So I am ready to do some crafting. In a recent adventure, I lost both my scout and my enforcer, so we're going to make a new one of those, and we are going to use them to do some exploring today. I'm going to record a whole series of exploration videos this evening, make the most of my time, and the first of which... What the heck is that? Oh, hello! Patreon servers, so you're going to see people around. I think I know who this is. Hello, you freaky turkey. And zombie right there. Welcome to the team. Alright, so, this is where we are, and this is where we have crafted our beasts before. We are going to go ahead, and I'm going to show you something cool. So, we're going to go ahead, and we're going to craft like we did last episode. I think everything I need is already here, right? Oh, except for these. We are going to craft a new scout, and a new... Come on, what's wrong? Oh, I got too many slots. Okay, so why is all this stuff in here? You'll see. Okay, put that. Yes, okay, perfect. So, new scout, new enforcer, and let's grab all the paint. And the brushes, and we are going to custom color these things. I have tried it with the enforcer. I haven't tried it with the scout, so we'll do that together live on camera, and I'm going to take that as fuel. All right, so let us begin with the scout. Okay, and then we do this. All right, so it should sit there. I should have 55 seconds. Let's take a little orange paint to a brush. This works on the enforcer. Let's see if it works here. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Although I can't see. Apply paint. What happened? Okay. Okay, so I don't have a preview of it, but you see what got painted. Okay, let's do this. Let's go like this. We'll paint him all. Go pure orange, and we will add some blue after. I'm going to have to pick him up and put him back. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So you got to custom color these things. How do I get back in you? I think I need to do this. Oh, no. Oh, no. Did you see what happened there? It's temporary. What? That's so lame. That is so lame. Okay, is it? It's gotta be. I wonder if there's a way to do it. Get him painted up. He looks so good with colors, doesn't he? Look at that. Okay, so let's see if he naturally respawns in my inventory or despawns. What's going to happen? 21 seconds. So while that's happening, let's deploy our first, not our first, but our latest scout. Done. And with him, the color changes are permanent. So let's see what happens with the scout, and then we'll go paint the enforcer. I think it's not going to last. I think it'll be the exact same once he whatever reversive deploys. Once he ploys. Okay, so he has ployed. Let it deploy. I think he's back to normal. Okay, so let's check this then. Okay, so maybe this. Maybe this is how you do it with him. Okay, so let's try. Yes. Okay, so it is possible. It is very possible. It's just different. With the Enforcer, you do it with a paintbrush. And you can probably do it in your inventory now that I come to think about it. But we want to dye this in shades of blue and orange. So let me go ahead. I'll slap some paints on it, guys. I'll show you what I got when I'm done. I have attempted to paint this now, guys. I have dragged and painted. And did it stay? It seems to have. Okay, so Pokeball, and my Pokeball is colored. So this is how you do the Scout. Zazoom. Looks great. Looks absolutely fantastic. Okay, return to me. Vroom, returned. Okay, cool. So I don't know if it's the case that you do it the same way with the Enforcer, but he does not go back in your inventory. So painting him with the paintbrush, assuming that it works like it did yesterday, is still an effective technique. We're going to do a color combo of, I think, some cyan and some... There's only 3 on this guy. He's got 2 on the body and then 1 for the metal. So we're going to do the metal in orange, and then we're going to find a way to color the body in shades of blue. I cannot move this preview. Oh, I just paintbrushed on him, didn't I? Oh, yeah, look at that. That is so weird. Ah, I see. Right, this is how this is going to work. I'm going to have to... If you can dye it in your inventory, do that, guys, because otherwise you got to switch paint from brush to brush. So we'll try this and this. Okay, and I think we're going to want a second color. I think we're going to want like a shade of blue or navy blue in the body of this thing. So let's try this one or... this one. I think this. So let's try that. I don't think I like that. All right, let's try a little orange body highlight, and we'll see how that looks. Okay, I think I like that, guys. We're eventually going to go with a color scheme like this, I think, for ourselves. I am in very plain colors, but I'd like to do something bold this time around, some kind of exciting, futuristic color scheme, and I think this is the answer. So let's see how we look on the back of this. Yes! Is that not way better than the plain old silver ones? And the fact that all I have to do to show you the pair of creatures, amazing creatures, is this. Sagunk. All right, so check that out. We've got our custom-colored drone. I can't change the green highlights. And we've got our custom-colored Enforcer. I think we're ready to explore, guys. And today's video is going to be about exploring this city. It's a very vertical place. There's some very cool sights. I don't have anything in particular in mind. I don't know any particular places we're going to go. I'm just going to record and explore, like the old days, Explorers Club style. When I find places I think would make great building locations, I will show you. When I find locations to harvest resources, I will show you. And otherwise, I'm just going to have a relaxing evening prowling this city on my mech mounts, and I will show you the results of my explorations. Join me for this one, geeks. Let's have some fun. Click the like button if you haven't. I'm going exploring. Just pop it into chat for a second, guys.
What's that?
Have you all painted your Enforcers and your Scouts yet?
No.
They look so awesome. So awesome. Oh, I can't wait. You'll see it in my next video, but if you're not nearby, but my Enforcer looks so... I've got him in, like, Cantaloupe and Cyan. He's amazing looking. And same with the Scout. I think you can do it when they're in your inventory. With the Scout, you have to do it that way. But with the Enforcer, you can also do it with a paintbrush once he's already made. So, go play with that.
Cool.
I want to see the color schemes. But anyway, I just think they look fantastic with color. They're kind of bland in silver, but you get some bright colors on that metal. Aha. Safe? It is safe. All right, guys. So another day will have to be spent exploring the wasteland. It obviously surrounds the city that we are within. You can see that. And I'm also going to spend a video, each of several of the next videos, exploring. We're going to do the snow biome on a snow owl that I have borrowed. We're going to do the desert on the Velonasaur that you met earlier. And I think we will do the sunken forest out this way on a Thyla, which I will have to tame when we're in the desert. So we've got lots of exciting adventures ahead of us, and the wasteland is a another one because it is full of some crazy cool structures. If you caught my very first live stream, Arahli and I went out to this building with sort of the airport hangar look to it. There's a lot out here, and there's some base locations out here too. I think it'll be a place people are slow to build because we have these safe biomes and because there's so much aggressive stuff out here, but eventually people will be building in this wasteland. So once we're settled in and we feel confident as explorers of the extinction world, the extinct Earth, we're going to come back out here. But for today, it's the city. The city is the plan, and this is the beginning of all the paths and highways that run through the city. We are going to follow it, maybe to the highest point there in the middle. We are especially going to explore this thing. This is one of my favorite pieces of it. And then we'll get to the heart of the city, maybe check out that Colosseum. But this big vertical monstrosity here, it looks very cool. And then at the very far end of the city, guys, is an obelisk, the green one. And there is a patch of fertility out at that end. So that is probably where we're going to end. And in the meantime, I'm just going to explore. I'll see you in a minute. I'm going to make my way to the top of this thing and do some cool zoom out shots so you can get an idea of all the amazing spots to build up on that spire right there. It's my favorite thing I've found so far in the city. If you follow along the north wall of the city, there's a fairly high road, at least at first, out here with snow biome off to my right. You have some commanding views of things up here. You can kind of figure out where you're going and which paths to take to get where you want to get. If you're on one of these guys, you can kind of you can aim up and zoom, zap up to where you need to go. But if you're on anything else, and I've taken some gathering dinos out, you want to kind of make sure you pick the right path on your way in and out of the city. And yeah, I don't know. These high roads make it pretty easy. Right above us here is the beginning of this fantastic mega structure. It's got tiers and levels all over it, and if we can get ourselves up on top of it, and I'm certain that we can, there'll be some amazing spots to build. A few have already been claimed by the geeks. Let's see if I can do a zap job right up there. When will you put me up there? Yes, you will. Ready? Zoom! Good job. And we are up. Platform level 1. Okay, so this has a sort of a slanted tiered platform off to the side of it. Super flat platforms on which to build. And you've got these big central structures to build around and off of. If I zap up here, we will get ourselves up to the next tier. And it's hard. This thing is so massive that even zooming out makes it hard to tell where you are, but check it out. Another one of these. It's got a vague reminiscent of the bridge of a big old battleship, something like that. And we're going to have to stop to level up as well and recover some stam. Okay, so why don't you do that? And we'll have a look around here, guys. Like, you could build that as flat as all get out, and you could build up to and into these structures, and there's always something above you. So you could connect these with glass or just with walls in general. You got a built-in floor and a built-in ceiling for your base, so fence foundation is really all you would need there. Perfect, and we will climb up. We're back, I think, on the big spire, the major spire again. Let's do a zoom-out job. Oh, not quite, maybe? I don't know. It takes a little getting used to, figure out where the heck you are. But we want to get up to tier 3. Okay, keep it coming. Oh, gosh, and there are some crazy angles of construction on this thing. It is magnificent looking. Good job on the people who created these structures, especially this kind of concrete looking one. I am really impressed. I like it a lot. So we got another tier right down there. And we're going to have to back up and take a look at this thing again once you guys have kind of seen me. Okay, and another one off this side. So this has been claimed. I think I'll have a little peek and see who is settled in up here. All right, so that's who I thought. This is Hunt. I thought I'd just say hi. Just doing some exploring. Hopefully he doesn't mind. So you can see the beginning of his construction, sunken platforms, and hopefully he doesn't mind them. I'm just wandering by while he does this. I think he also streams, so hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. But yeah, we've got these fantastic looking sizes and shapes. This thing is big enough to, what did you say? Plenty of room up here. Hex. Oh, does he think I'm Hex? Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. And yes, there is plenty of room. That was exactly what I was saying, is that I think, even on a place like our server where our members try to give each other space, we don't build right on top of each other. If you're going to build kind of within render distance of somebody, you'll like to ask permission. But on a spot like this, I mean, somebody could live just out here and be totally separate from Hunt in his location. And then we have just, I like this. If we zoom out, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but this pillar is a standalone one. That one that we're looking at, it stands alone. And so if we get up to this next level here, and I don't know if it'll let me do it like that. Yes, perfect. Okay. Ooh, that texture looked awful. Is that what that's supposed to look like? Can't be. That's hideous. Okay. So we'll get up. We got another. Ooh, this is not a platform. This would not count as a platform. But these 2 points come very close together. I think close enough that you could build between them. I haven't tried platforming anything out here either, but... all right. So check this out. Right? And then that stands alone. So I'd have to... Oh, no. Yeah, we're not going to make it. Good thing is with these guys, they're incredible. There's 0 fall damage. So we can see the structure as we descend. Amazing. And we'll descend again back down to a sensible level. Okay, perfect. Okay, so where should we view this from? I'm going to get back up on the other side here, guys, and I will come back to you. This thing needed a name. How about Freak Face? That works for me. So I did want to back up and show you. This is that thing that we just finished climbing and exploring. That is the big standalone tier. You can see how close together they come at the top that you might want to build between them. You've got this tier right here. Down, well, you know what? I don't even know. You've got winding staircases coming up on the sides. A big flat platform here. The far right side is wild. That's where Hunt is on the highest. And it extends out. So much to it. I mean, I almost could have made a video on that structure alone. So I should stop talking. Let's see if we can at least make it to the middle of the city. I might need to do City Exploration Part 1 and City Exploration Part 2. We will see. My next goal, get to the highest building, and we'll see if there's anything interesting on the ground on our way there. Yeah. So I think, guys, we want to go down and check out the Colosseum thing. So we are going to do this move. This move. Oh, such a fun toy to explore on, guys. Now, these things make a decent mount, very fast, very agile, and it can harvest most of the basic resources, can smash lampposts around the city, etc. Okay in a fight, but they are weak. They start with the weakest of health. Now, the thing with these is interesting, guys. At any city terminal, you can create a level 1, and they make, like I said, they make a fun starter mount, as I mentioned in the last video. You can probably get it on your first day, for you console people still waiting on your first day. You can only craft the level 1s. Now, I've gotten up to like level 25 or so, where they always die. If you look at the starting health, awful. Awful, awful. So they are very weak. You do not want to get in fights, but you can run away from pretty much any fight. Like that. And then if you see this little thing on my screen, guys, that red right in the middle, that is the boost recharge. So before I can do the blink teleport ability again, I am waiting for that to recharge. Now, when you kill them in the wild, guys, if you were to say find a level 180 and kill it, you get a blueprint for a level 180 of these. The only problem is they don't work in the city terminals. You have to wait till you have yourself a tech replicator. That big, crazy contraption. This here, speaking of cool designs, I like this that they've created. I'm surprised nobody set up a base in here yet. I guess there's a city terminal at the center of it. I mean, we could totally do a base here if you really wanted to. I think our next goal, now that we've been down to this, is we got to get to the highest point in the city. Now, from here, I can't remember exactly where that is. When you make the higher level ones, guys, the boost ability that you see there in red for me, you have more than one of those, and I think that means I can't zap straight up. Oh, is it going to let me? No, I can't zap straight up. Well, I didn't mean to do that. That's all right. But with the other ones, with the better ones, you're going to have more of a zappable distance. You're going to be able to blink forward further on your way. And I think tallest building, it's certainly hard to tell from out here. Okay, All right, so this is a cool feature to show off, guys. Now, we begin on sort of the north side of the city. If you go to the south, and follow the south wall, you get two options. You can either stay up on those platforms up there on the side of those blast shields, or you're on this side of a chasm. And this is the chasm I was at the bottom of at the end of episode 1, with the giant culverts sticking out the side. You can see that right there. I mean, we could probably get ourselves inside that if we wanted to. I don't think there's anything in it, but again, another potential, if you're looking for kind of weird or interesting base locations, I think you got some options here. So let me, okay. Building these mechs is one of the hardest things I've ever done. With the Gateway project, I could use the obelisks as a blueprint, but these are all me. Okay, cool. So, model, RXO mech, almost there. Another dozen or so iterations should do it. Need to work on some balance issues. Okay, so let's crawl to the inside of this, if it will let us. Yes, okay. So could you build your base in this? I don't know. Interesting idea. Source of water. Yes, an actual source of water, which is wonderful. And if we get to the end of it and zoom out, it kind of reminds me of those big redwood log rivers on a spot like Ragnarok, but we're in a city culvert. Pretty fantastic, and it's actually quite huge compared to me. So you might be able to do a little building in here. That would be interesting. I don't know. I'd be intrigued, guys. If you want a little small base, maybe accessible by flyers only or limited things. But now, this is the real problem with this, is what do you do? How do we get out of this? If I do that, zoom, and then we go around this side. Yeah! What an amazing explorer. But if we get out of this. Oh, and my binoculars are dyed and everything. Look how good these guys look together. You look amazing. Get inside me. Let's go exploring. Oh, good. Ooh, I thought I was falling there. Dangerous dismount. So, I think... Oh, it's that one, right? I just thought this would confirm it. Let's get ourselves up to the height before things go crazy. And yeah, that's got to be the tallest one, right? So this building actually takes you so close to the top that if you're with a flyer, you're at the cap where you actually start to die. So that is our building up there. We're going to head that way. We'll get to the tallest point, and then we'll push on to the far side of the city in the green obby. I'm sure there's so much to the city I could show you guys. We'll do some future exploration episodes. But for the time being, actually, I don't even know where I am. Oh, and just a heads up, I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the challenging things of flying the Scout is your vision's black and white. So if someone's like, oh yeah, head towards, I don't know. Oh, are you near that red pteranodon? You'd be like, oh, I don't know. Or Tapahara? You'd be like, I don't know. All I can see is blue. But, oh, what? Freaking thing disappeared. Great example. But anyway, you can just mouse out and you can see yourself in third person. You can see the world in color. Just in case you didn't know, it's only the first person that gives you this mode. Okay. Where you going, buddy? Yeah, that's right. Okay. Oh. And don't worry if that happens. Don't worry. He's still on your shoulder. He's still on your shoulder. It's just not immediately obvious. The next time you deploy your drone, the same thing will happen. Alright, and we are at the base of the tallest building. I do want to confirm that theory about shoulder pets, so what we're going to do is get ourselves a little bit more of the dust that is essential to operating all of these creatures. Speaking of, you're probably getting hungry. You know what? You're fine. Yes, so I do want to test that theory, guys. I've seen that happen with a shoulder pet on a couple of occasions. Okay, so if he's got element dust, then we're good. I can deploy my scout. So right now, no shoulder pet, and if I go, if I go FF, which normally throws a shoulder pet on the ground, nothing. So if I now do this, and I go like this, no, okay, now he's gone. I might be reclimbing that tower. I gotta go get my shoulder pet. I like that otter. I don't want to lose him. Okay, so if your otter does do that, maybe try picking him up. Dang it. Get in here. Let's go. You bunch of idiots. So, a bad thing happened. Interesting. Pretty sure I was gonna wreck his face. But like I said, oh no! Yeah. Why don't we parachute off this maybe? If it's not too late? I don't have parachutes in the inventory, hold on. Put this here. I'll see you later. Following me? Ooh, yes you are. Okay, you do your thing. Alright guys, so, city exploration. Lost my otter. Lost my enforcer, what a day. And I lost my stupid hunter hat, didn't I? So that looked like a scruffy, shaggy Dorcas. Good job, me. Heck of an explorer. You know what? We'll do some exploration on, by parachute. There was that advice I was giving you guys about don't pick fights when you have an enforcer. Wise advice to follow. You know, we can continue our exploration. The great thing about this city, guys, one of the great things about this city is that it is generally a pretty safe place. On the far edges, you will find corrupted raptors. In a lot of parts of the city, you will occasionally find a corrupted pteranodon. If you are anything but a brand new player, you can generally survive that pretty well. But it's a fairly safe place to play and explore. And I think if we want to go sightseeing, and we are in the process of it, check out this gigantic central ring. How gorgeous. I like it. Yeah, we'll just keep going on foot. The goal is to make it to the green obby and to go see the lush forest lands that are there. But we're at just about the perfect point, guys. This is the heart of the city. Perfect. Ooh, that was a bit rougher than I thought. We will be fine. This is the heart of the city. It, of course, is shaped like what? Like this. That little implant on my arm. It is the same shape when you look at the map. So, check that out. Of course, that's what that is. And at the heart of it is a big ring. Now, off to this side is a giant city gate. Now, this one will take you out into the corrupted wastelands. Now, obviously, looking too far with a spyglass is never a good idea. The world looks rough. But to the south, you have a big central gate down there. Now, out that way, mostly just nothingness, just an FYI. I have not really been out there, but the key biomes are this way, this way, this way, and then the green obby at the head of the city. So we are going to continue in that direction, but I will point out before we get too far that this is also a gateway to the north. So from the center point, you see this giant ring. You've got that holographic planet Earth. Got epic waterfalls from the top of the tallest building that I died trying to get to the top of. And then at the far end of the city, another one of these gigantic gates. That one leads again to the wasteland, but almost directly to the snow biome as well. You know what? A little bit of a warning. A little bit of a warning if you're doing what I'm doing right now, which is being on foot. The most deadly thing you will come across up here is spiders. There are also some crazy high-level spiders. Our base level is 180 for wild creatures, and I killed a 262 spider. So if you were to run into that, on foot, it might be a tough day. All right, and we have nearly done it. We have nearly crossed the city, and gosh, I'm sure there's a billion locations you could find in a place like this, but let's pull out the old map ski. Oh, is that another explorer? Nope, we might as well pull this up. Now is the time. I hope these stories... Oh, gosh, that is cool. Okay, I hope these shards of thought are useful to you, but even if they aren't, remember what I have said. None of you are truly in this alone. Those who came before you, the first who escaped the system, are all just lending you their strength. Not through the great weapon, but through their... Oh, come on. Oh, I'm getting seasick. I'm literally going to throw up. Those who came before you, the first... This is making me vertigo. Through the deeds that pave the path you walk. Learn from them, surpass them if you can. They are counting on you, as I am, as is every bit of life on this garden world. Oh my god, I want to puke. Oh, what a weird explorer note, guys. That is wild. Okay, and look, people. There's people there. There's another person here. Ah, there's more. There's more. Though the task is daunting, don't be too afraid of making mistakes. They did too, after all. But oh no. Okay, this is exactly what I talk about. If you're high level, this is bad. I'm gonna fall asleep after this, guys. We'll be asleep for a little while, okay? Unless. And put that away. Put this away. None of those are white berries. Give me some white berries. White, stem. Okay, Oh, God, okay. More. I don't want to die. I don't want to be asleep up here. I'm going to die if I'm asleep up here. Stemberry. Okay. Oh, I think that does it. Okay, I wasn't done with you. Can I get back in? Interesting. So, Explorer note, the one who waits, number 29. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't think I'm at risk of passing out anymore. But watch for spiders. Don't get too distracted reading nauseous 3D Explorer notes. I don't know if... We're good. I don't know if the other ones look this good, but this gate is particularly fantastic looking. Look at this big circular ring up here, guys. The city is diverse. It's full of a ton of places to build. I'm waiting for you to find them and show them to me. I think okay, we're good. We got some exploration to do, and I might do some with my patrons as well. But for today, guys, it's solo. Why don't I hustle my way out to that green obby into the fertile lands beneath it, and I will show you when I get there. Alright, and this is it. The city turns to grass and to wild out here. I like it. So, there is a big... Yes, we kind of came up on the sides of it. We stayed up at a high elevation. But, if you look down here, there is a path that comes right down the middle and a big central road leading straight out to this obby. And this obby is surrounded by water, waterfalls, rocks, and we're at the far tip of the city. So wasteland, not far beyond. But you can stay inside the city and find, inside the confines of the city, the protection of the city, and find lush, wild lands. Now, one critique of this map is the rivers are not that good. This river, it's okay compared to the center or the island, and it looks pretty much the same as all the rivers on Aberration. But if you guys have played on Ragnarok, you know how good rivers can look, and the Ragnarok guys were involved in this process, involved in making this map. I can tell where their work is. One of their signatures is that there's almost nowhere you can't get on foot. So there's like little areas where you go like, God, I'm not sure if I can make it up there. You can pretty much always can. Now, obviously, you're not going to climb the tallest of buildings, but there is a footpath to pretty much everything, and I can feel the influence of the Ragnarok guys on this map. I just wish they'd been given the rivers, because their rivers have rapids and little mini waterfalls. What attacked me there? Bugs? How's the torpor? I think we're okay. Yes, it was just bugs. We're good. But yes, this has a weird bluish toilet bowl cleaner color. And just look at that. What is that line? Like, you can do so much better, guys. So much better. If you want to see what an amazing river looks like, hit up Ragnarok. One of the few critiques of this DLC. So far, I am very impressed. And I love having a city to explore. It's neat. I mean, think about it, guys. We went from one end to the other. And what did we see? Like, oh, gosh. Like 2% of the city? We saw nothing. Absolutely nothing. Now, there are raptors as you get further out here, because we are so close to the edge of corruption, so be cautious. But, tiered waterfalls, all kinds of pools with trees in the middle. If you are looking for nature to build in, and you want to be close to the city, if you want to have the city as your view, but be surrounded by nature, this is your spot, and I think this is what today's episode has turned out to be about. Get to the western tip of the city, come out to this glorious green lands, and we're going to circle around it. We'll end up right underneath that obby. I'll be back, guys. Alright, guys, I like this a lot. I know it's not new, grasslands and water, and But I mean, I made 38 something episodes exploring Ragnarok, and that's all it was. It was just wilderness all the time. And in a city, to get a nice little touch of wilderness, and enough that you can see wilderness in most directions, I like it. This might be the spot that we come to build a little old cabin for ourselves. I don't know. We ain't figured that all out yet, what we're going to do, what we're going to build, but oh man. One thing I want to ask you guys about here at the end of the episode, how many of you guys watch your favorite YouTubers on Twitch as well? I was watching a Slipgator stream today. I don't watch a heck of a lot on Twitch, but I'm trying to keep an eye on it. And it's one of those things. You don't want to ever have all your eggs in one basket. And YouTube's basket, that's fine and lovely, but I'd like to spend some time over there. Maybe build an audience on a second platform over time. So I'm wondering if when I get some downtime and I'm just getting stuff done in this world, preparing to make an episode, if I should stream it on Twitch. Link is definitely in the description for that. If that's the kind of thing you would watch, of course, you let me know. Oh, third Explorer note of the episode. I haven't opened any outside of this episode, guys, so any we will find will be on camera. Oh, good. This one isn't going to make me nauseous. It's been a while. It's been a while since my last entry, wasn't it? Between all that happened with Rockwell back on the station and the shock of arriving planetside, I've been in a bit of a rut. Even cataloging the new species I've found has done little to ease my mind. Things down here are so mental that some people are wondering if we were safer before. Honestly, they might be right. Maybe that was why we were trapped on those stations to begin with. Luckily, Santiago's plans have given us all something to do. I'm hardly an ace with technology, but much less giant robots. But after all, that's what happened. I owe it to these people to lend a hand in whatever way I can. I have not spent a lot of time on Explorer Notes, guys. That is a series we could do on the future. The Island, Scorched Earth, Aberration. Come see all the Explorer Notes. Spend time finding them. Go find the notes of specific people, tell their stories. Something I've thought about doing. For today, we started on the far side of the city with a brand new Enforcer and a delightful Otter. The Enforcer is dead. The Otter is at the top of one of these buildings somewhere. And, guess what? I didn't die. I made it. I made it back to this obby, and I can safely make it back into the city through this gateway. Been a very fun episode of exploration. If you would like to see more like this, be sure to let me know. I plan to explore the desert and the snow biome in sort of a first casual pass like this, and then maybe we'll set out outposts at each of them for further exploration. The wasteland needs to be explored, and I have barely scratched the surface of exploring the city. I think we could have a lot of fun in this, guys. And in my downtime, I could stream some getting stuff done type stuff over on Twitch. We've done those on YouTube up till now, but if you'd watch them on Twitch, I'd love to have you. So let me know what you think in the comments. I'll be sure to check back, and we'll call this an episode. I love exploring with you guys. It's fun to be back and to have a brand new Ark DLC worth pouring your love and energy into. If you're not sure whether to get this one, I think you should. I think it's worth it. Alright guys, I'm UTC. This has been Extinction, the latest Ark DLC from the Geeks servers. If you need a server of your own, get it from Gportal and get a discount. Link in the description. They will know we sent you. And if you want a place to play, or you just want to support me, my content, and my dreams, go become a patron. Patreon.com/UTC, and enjoy these episodes with no YouTube ads. I hope that makes a difference for you guys and you're noticing it. That's it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.